So we are here for another day of RuneScape Leagues. Yesterday we didn't actually record any clips. Basically, again, it was house painting, a lot of house painting as well. Which we're nearly done, so it means I can play the game. But what we did yesterday was mainly some AFK stuff. Got some points. Finally got the whirlpool in the deep sea hub, which is nice. And as you see by the stats, we have bumped up quite hard. So things like 92. Farming, we did a lot of the juju seeds. Turns out that like farming samden is a lot better in my opinion than pineapples. You just don't have to clear like the tree seed and stuff like that. So big fan of that. And we are just about to go and finish the guild of our own, which means we can now do safecracking. And that might be the little project to do to get thieving up, because it will help with getting more and more seeds, which we're always after seeds. It's just a constant grind. I do have my machine actually getting potions made, which is nice. So what the hope is that those potion making machines can make my unfinished, so I don't have to get the herb XP and just keep rotating by continuously getting seeds. 85 woodcutting, again from Woodness events, 75 cooking, 84 fire making, again events for the fire making, 83 fishing. I've been doing the deep sea hub and doing swarm fishing, because it allows you to catch fish at a much lower level than what you actually need, and it's pretty chill to be fair. And at this level I'm able to catch things like blue blubber jellyfish and rocktails. So those big point tasks hopefully are very, very close here as well. Yesterday I completed the 50 agility courses, which means we've got 73 agility, which is nice. It means we get bigger buffs and stuff for that. I've got 70 thieving from doing the feud, as well as all the sort of like mini tasks for the guild, which is nice. And then we're going to finish this off now and finally get it sorted. So this is buyers and sellers completed all the mini quests. Again, they're not long. The feud probably takes longer than all of them, but it's worth completing the feud for the thieving XP. And there we go, 30,000 thieving XP and 4,000 herbal XP, which would be about 40-ish K herbs. So we've got 67 herbs, 74 thieving, very, very nice. We also got 88 Slayer yesterday. We got 85 divination. We've got to go and do some radiant energies. I'm having to train divination properly because I can't get the memory strands quick enough to go and do enneagrams. So we're doing a little bit of divination in the AFK time. And I think that's about it. I just got 69 Hunter from the Wilderness event, which is good because it means I can now do the Wilderness medium diary, which is very nice. But yeah, the stats are whacking up really, really nice. 91 necromancy, 90 defense. And I've got a huge backlog of tasks I can just jump through and get caught up. We've got 5,000 points till tier 7 and the big tier 7. I think now, apart from anything which is a bit AFK or a skill that I need for a quest, I really think now we just need to go in point farm. I think I've got about 400 points from 200 mil invention. I've got 400 points from giving the magpie 100 mil in the grand exchange. And like there's loads of stuff. So I've got 1,000 points purely in like grandmaster tasks, which will take us down to 4,000 points. And there's a lot of 200 point tasks as well I do have available, which is nice. I do think this 5,000 points could get hunted down quite quickly. So the only thing I need to do today, I need to do the dig site, because that's going to hide a 80 point mining task to do the amica. So I want to make sure that I can do that. And then after that, it's literally just going to be some point farming. And then before we sort of go to AFK time a little bit later on, we'll run through what we've done today. We'll run through what we've got and also with the plan of what we're doing going forward as well. But just got to go and unlock safecracking because I'm interested to see what the XP will be like just for one run. So we're going to go do these safes. I think it's misfilling or like farrocking stuff as well, where the first set of safes are going to be. And yeah, we'll come back when we have finished with our level. I'm just going to go and watch a YouTube video and we'll come back very, very soon. So after a little while, we have been thieving away. Safecracking is broken. It is so quick. I did think though the like misfilling or basically the Varrock area and then also the Falador area, it wasn't slow, but as soon as I've got to the area with like Ardi, Yano and all that, it is incredibly quick. So we've just gotten 88 thieving, and I have a bag filled with loot to go and hand in so we can see how much we're going to get for it. So this should hopefully be a decent chunk into 89. What the plan is with thieving, I'm going to get 91 because that means I can get all the tasks at Pyramid Plunder done. And then I can also do the safecracking at the Rogue Castle as well, which will also be another test. So I think between that, I think it's something around like 400 points worth, which to be fair is really nice. And the also nice added effects is as well, is that when I want to go do Master Farmer, it will be a lot less failure. To be fair, I could really just go for 99, and then with 99 I can get the Thieving Cape, which should help with getting avoided being caught as well. So Going to hand in all of this stuff. We're going to change it all for points. 99. Let's see what we get from Robin. 254k, which is really, really nice. 76k to 89, which is probably get out in that 2 or 3 safes. Now, what I'm going to go and do now, I need a little bit of AFK time to go and edit Market Watch. So what I'm going to go and do, I've got a few things I'm working on in like the AFK time. There's fishing, which again, fishing's nice. It's nice AFK. But what I'm going to go and do though is a little bit of archaeology. I haven't done archaeology in a little while. And it's getting to the point where archaeology is my lowest skill, which it's a bit of a waste really. Archaeology like is easy, especially in like leagues where you can bank all the stuff. You've got the auto screener. So I'm going to go do a little bit of that, see how we get on. And then I'll come back when it's time to get back and go and hunt some points. But 88 thieving, literally probably in an hour. Crazy XP. So I'm going to try and just pick off a couple of the lower level skills. Just try and get them all to 70. We're only 5 skills off 70 base. So another big point boost. And yeah, it's something we can do quite quickly. So going to go and work on that, and then we'll come back a little bit later on to go through progress. So a nice little level there. That is level 70 hunter done. Basically, the black salamanders have got a task. Go and catch 25 of them, as well as the task for the wilderness diaries as well. So kind of doing a couple things at once here. Going to do the rest of the 25 just so we get the points. There's a few hunt tasks around at the minute which I can do. There's some red chins. There's also some of the skill chompers as well. Get me a couple of hunter levels, get the level a little bit higher, so when the multipliers go on it for like lamps and stuff, it will be better. I just thought I may as well go and get that ticked off. So yeah, 70 hunter is nice because it's just another stat at 70. Get us that little bit closer to the 70 base stats, which again, like the one which I think is going to take the longest is going to be like rune crafting, maybe DG to a point as well. But with rune crafting, I'm going to keep trying to do my wicked hood every single day just to chip away at stuff like that. And yeah, we're making some progress. At some point today, I'll do the wilderness medium diary. That's going to give us some decent lamps. Debating what to put it on. It can either go into agility, which again, not a big agility fan, or rune crafting, which I think rune crafting's fallen behind. The thing is though, with rune crafting especially, you can do rune span, or even doing like the necromancy runes as well, because I've got the book which takes me to like the bank, or I can go and make some moonstone jewelry when I can get a moonstone. I think that might be the better option to train as well, like Runespan's AFK if needed. I can do it while editing. So, I don't know. Those are the 2 skills I'm really starting to struggle with. Dungeoneering, once you get into the groove of it and get through the tutorial. I've still not done a tutorial. That's literally all the levels from You Are It. But the problem is now is that is my lowest level. And especially if we're going to do some farming with the Guffix butterflies, I don't want it to be that level. So, Dungeoneering definitely needs some work. So does archaeology. Just get it out of the way. Even if we use butterflies on runecrafting for a little bit, that's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, really close to 70 all levels, which I'm really happy about. Like, I know I've said it in the past couple of videos, I really like leagues. Yes, I think they could have done quite a lot of things to make it a bit smoother. Again, the quests as well have kind of ruined it to a little point. I still think it's a great game mode, and I think, and I'm hopeful as well that if we do a second one, there's definitely some learns from this season of leagues. What you're going to skip. Also as well, I do think that in 07, once you get the higher relics, you are pretty much overpowered. And until you get that God book on tier 7, and even then it's questionable if you really are, I think you're still a bit underpowered. For a league game mode, for a temporary game mode where you're supposed to be able to do things you can't do in a normal game, I just think it's a little lacking on that bit anyway. But enough about that. That's going to be another video towards the end of leagues where we sort of go through, was it a success, was it not a success? I do think it was highly successful. I think it's brought a lot of like old school players and new players into the game. So for that reason, it is a huge success for RS3. I just think that the next one, you can elevate it so much more because you can bring and change so much stuff on this one as well. But I'm going to keep doing these salamanders. We're going to actually go and get level 71, which is nice. Then I'm probably going to go do the chins and the other stuff. Like I said, I'm just going to start ticking through points and little AFK tasks for the rest of today. The 5,000 points is still a big push to get to, but I do think we are setting ourselves up now to start harvesting quite a lot of points very, very quick. Like I've said before, we're going to get a nice 200 point task from Thieving. We're probably like 1 or 2 rounds from like 90 Thieving, which it's incredible how quick that is. And because we've now got a high Thieving level, I'm sure at some point over this weekend, I'm going to go to Mass Farmers. That's going to get me some more seeds, which will get me some more points in herb and stuff. But also, it means I can do that 1,000 pickpocket nice and easy. Because I'm not getting caught every 5 seconds. And Master Farmers could become like a valid AFK, really. if I'm not getting caught, and I can just continue to thieve away. But here we go. We have now finished near enough the salamander task, and we're going to go and do some chinchompers now, both skilling and red, and hopefully we can get a little player-owned farm animal. That'd be what we'd really need, is some player-owned farm animals, just to get the bean count going, just because I think we can like move quicker. But 80-point task, 2 hunter levels, can't really complain. But yeah, with this as well, this is actually pretty huge because it means we can do herblore habitat. Herblore habitat will be pretty big. Once we get to like 7400 as well, we can do the Ignis Jadinkus. They will give us Juju potions, and then with Juju potions, our herb yields will go up huge. However, though, it's a little bit of a shorter one, I know, but I want to wrap today up just with how we're going. 2335 total level, and now 4.9k points off tier 7. Again, the total is getting there. Over the period of tonight, like, I'm just going to do a couple of tasks, some AFKing. Maybe there's a little bit of Slayer as well, because 90 Slayer unlocks a lot of things. I didn't realise it was such a big thing, but it unlocks wild blooms, it unlocks dinosaurs, dark beast, and also equipped to the dark bow is a series of tasks as well. So maybe we're just going to do a couple of tasks and we get that to across the line, and we shall see. But going to wrap the video up there. Like always, thank you guys so much for your support. It really does mean the world to see you guys commenting. Shout me out in League as well. I've bumped into so many people who have watched my videos, and thank you so much. It's really nice to see that. But thank you so much for the support. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please make sure to subscribe, like the video. Anything you want me to do in terms of content, guides, things to help out, drop in them comments below, and I'll always make sure to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.